The urinary system of the human body consists of 2 kidneys, 2 ureters, the bladder, and a single urethra. The kidneys are located on the posterior wall of the abdomen at waist level. Each kidney is roughly 10 centimetres long and 5 centimetres wide and is encased in a fibrous outer capsule called the renal capsule. The main function of the kidneys is to control blood volume and composition. They do this by filtering the blood to remove waste products, salts and water. These are secreted in the form of urine. Viewed internally, the kidney has an outer layer of cortex which surrounds the inner medulla. The medulla consists of a number of medullary pyramids, named because of their triangular shape. These are striped in appearance because they contain microscopic coiled tubes called nephrons, the functional unit of the kidney. Urine is made by the nephrons and drains into tiny collecting ducts within the medullary pyramids. The collecting ducts merge at the base of the pyramids to form the renal papilla. From the papilla, urine drains into cup-like structures called the major and minor calyces. From the calyces, the urine drains into the wide open space of the renal pelvis. This acts like a funnel, draining the urine out of the kidney into the ureter. Blood flows to the kidneys through the right and left renal arteries. Inside each kidney, these branch into small arterioles. The blood is at very high pressure and flows through the arterioles into tiny knots of vessels called the glomerulus. These are located in the nephrons. From the glomerulus, the blood pressure drops and the blood flows into arterioles which coil around the nephrons. These in turn connect to a series of small veins. These vessels reunite and ultimately form the renal vein. About 1/4 of the total cardiac output or total blood flow circulates through the kidneys. This equates to just over 1 litre of blood every minute. The functional unit of the kidney is called the nephron. It comprises of a coiled renal tubule and a vascular network of peritubular capillaries. The tubule consists of different regions, each with their own important function. The nephron begins as a cup-like structure called the Bowman's capsule, which is where the glomerulus sits. The Bowman's capsule opens into a coiled region of tube called the proximal convoluted tubule. The tubule then thins and straightens out into the loop of Henle. It then coils again to form another region called the distal convoluted tubule. The distal tubule empties urine into the collecting duct. The Bowman's capsule and glomerulus together form the renal corpuscle. Blood enters the glomerulus via the afferent arteriole and exits in the efferent arteriole. The endothelium of the glomerulus contains pores and lies adjacent to the capsule membrane, which also contains pores called filtration slits. This leaky endothelial capsular membrane can therefore filter water and substances from the blood into the nephron. As filtered substances flow through the nephron, they are in close proximity to a network of capillaries. These coil around the tubules and also form long loops called vasa recta, which lie alongside the loop of Henle. This closeness between the bloodstream and the renal tubule facilitates the movement of substances between the two, leading to the formation of urine. Urine formed in each nephron drains down the collecting ducts and into the renal pelvis. Urine exits the kidneys via the right and left ureters, which deliver urine to the bladder by peristaltic contractions of their muscle walls and also by gravity. As the bladder fills with urine, its walls expand. When it's full, reflexes are stimulated which lead to micturition, or going for a wee. Urine is expelled through a small tube called the urethra, which leads to the exterior of the body.